So today we have Miss Dana Charlize Hooten. She is our first African American transgendered woman in the state of North Carolina. Welcome. How are you?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. If you don't mind me asking, exactly how old are you?
27.
You look good, girl.
Thank you.
Okay, so what was your birth name?
Justin Phillip Hooten.
Okay. Let's just get into the first question. So, how did your family feel when you wanted to transition into a woman?
They was like, oh, it's a phase. They thought I was tripping. They thought it was crazy, and they did, cut me off, but
Understandable. Okay, so what do you think about Caitlyn Jenner?
I feel like she's playing along with it. My thing is, how can you not know exactly what you want to do with yourself? You get what I'm saying? I mean, you had 5 kids by 3 different women. You had so much. So, I mean, you should know if you want to be a woman or not. Shit, that's a bucket list. But I'm just being honest. How can you be confused? You get what I'm saying? At 100 years old, So, other than that, she's late. Well, number one, they're not transgender; they're transsexuals. I went further because I am a woman. This masterpiece that you're sitting in front of you, it is. It's no, oh, I'm gonna go home and do this and do that. No, if you're gonna do it all the way, no half stepping.
Okay, so since you we're talking about transsexual, transgender. Explain the difference.
Well, transsexual, you still have your male part, and transgender is when you have the reassignment surgery as well as I did.
Okay. What was the hardest part of transitioning?
I guess because you don't know how you're gonna turn out. You get what I'm saying? Because in between the 18 and 17, when you're transitioning, you want to make sure you look right so you don't get clocked. But everybody has that phase that they go through, and you just got to take it for what it is.
Okay. So at what age did you know that you wanted to be a woman?
I knew all my life, but when I turned like 17, 18, I was like, I got to make a decision. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. So I fully transferred really complete over when I was like 18.
Okay.
When I was illegal.
Okay. How do people react when you tell them that you used to be a man?
Some people don't believe me. They think I'm lying, and I'm like, why would I make that up? But I feel like, to be honest with people, I'm not ashamed of who I am, so honesty is the key. That's how people respect you.
Okay. Do you think you are a role model for the transgender community?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. So what kind of life do you see for yourself? Do you see kids in your future?
No, I don't. The way this body is set up, honey, I can never have kids. And if I do, I'm going to be rich.
Okay. So what advice could you give to young people who are struggling with acceptance in their communities?
Live your life. I feel like you only live once, and who is the next person to tell you what you can't do? Because when you die, are they gonna go with you? And no, and you don't want to be in your casket or live your life and feel like, dang, I wish I could have did this. So just do how you feel. I mean, it is what it is. If a person is not taking care of you or not helping you do anything, do you.
Okay. So do you think it's easier or harder for young people now to transition?
No. These kids coming out the age of 13.
Oh, wow. Okay, so how does it feel to be the first person in North Carolina to have the surgery and to become a woman?
It feels great. It feels good, you got your haters, a lot of females hating and whatever, but I don't really pay them no mind. They just mad because I got the same thing they got. Mine is just fresh.
Okay. Okay, so what is a bad stereotype associated with the transgender community?
What do you mean?
It's always bad stereotypes with each like subculture. So, like, what are some bad stereotypes that are associated with transgendered people?
Far as with straight people or just in general?
Just in general. Yeah, just in general.
Well, I mean, to me, people think that, how can I say this so I don't sound like crazy or anything, but people think transgender and transsexual is the same thing. Mm-hmm. So they don't know the difference, but once you tell them the difference, they're cool with it. Like, I could tell a dude, hey, I'm a transgender, and they're like, oh, you still got your thing. And I'm like, no, it's a difference. You know, I have it removed, I have the surgery, and they're cool with it. So I think they stereotype because they don't know the difference. But if they knew the difference, I think everything would be cool, because when I meet a guy, they're fine with it. When I tell them about me, and as long as they say, as long as you got a pussy and not a penis, we good.
So you date, or you, how can I say? Okay, so are you attracted to straight men generally, or is it kind of like
straight?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because that's all I pull is straight men. I don't.
Oh, really? Okay.
I don't pull fags.
Okay. So, with me speaking about gay marriage in the beginning, what are your opinions on gay marriage?
I mean, my opinion personally, I don't believe it's right, but everybody has their own opinion. I feel like, why would I marry a man when technically I'm still a man, even though I'm a woman, mm-hmm. but I still have my sides to me, and I feel like it's a waste of time when I can't have kids even though I don't want them. You know, I just feel like I'm just playing around with them.